Hello, it's me again. My name is Natalie. My friends call me Nutella because I am sweet like chocolate. I'm a healer, and I work with people who want to go through a awakening process, who want to expand their consciousness, who want to reconnect to themselves and their body and enjoy life more. And I use a lot of tantric techniques and practices, and I thought I would explain it a little bit. I've talked about Kabbalistic healing before, and tantric healing is as important, if you ask me, because a lot of the spiritual techniques that people learn in creating abundance and meditation, and they don't really talk about sex. And we all like having sex. Sex is part of our life. It's a natural, normal, amazing thing to experience. And Tantra is based on the idea that you can reach enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment, through sexuality, through sexual energy. Because sexual energy is the life force, the prana, the chi, ojas. It's the life energy, because through sexual encounter and through sexual energy we create life. So it's kind of life energy. And there are a lot of spiritual people out there who like Shanti Bhanti and Om Padme Mane Om, but then if you talk with them about sex, you know, they're abstinent from sex, or they don't talk about sex, they don't deal with that subject. And you know, in Tantra there's 3 parts to Tantra. That's the traditional way of looking at it. There's the 3 higher chakras, the throat, the eye, and the crown. And that's all about our connection to God and to the universe, and expressing ourselves, seeing things in the correct way, and you know, connecting to everything. And there is the red Tantra, which is the lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra, which is all about the body, the earth, the money, the food, the sex. And then there's the heart in the middle, the heart chakra, which is pink or green. But pink Tantra is all about connecting the 3 higher chakras with the 3 lower chakras and meeting them in the middle in the heart chakra. So the Tantra I do is pink Tantra. I don't only deal with the lower chakras and the sex, and not only with the spirituality and the meditation, but I work with people and help them to connect the body to the spirit through the heart. And the heart is the biggest lessons that we have here on earth as spiritual beings experiencing this physical experience. The heart chakra is usually where our biggest lessons are. And once we open the heart chakra, we can connect and align and come into full alignment with our body, our emotions, and our energy. And those are the 3 spectrums that I work with people: the mind, the energy, and the body, because it's the mind, the body, and then the energy in the middle, and it helps connect everything. So there is a lot of spiritual things that you can do with sex and the body. And the first one would be working with the sexual energy. And what is sexual energy? People would call it being horny when you feel you want to have sex. So you've seen something from the outside, or you imagine something in your head, and now you're aroused sexually, and the energy in the body is transmuted into sexual energy, and it activates the sexual organs. That's how energy works. We have an emotion. That emotion has a vibration. That vibration activates one of our chakras, and those organs are activated. So sexual energy activates the sexual organs, but the problem is, because we don't learn how to work with our energy and how to breathe and how to do all these techniques, most of the sexual energy is blocked in our sexual organs, and then we have to have sex, and we have to orgasm, and we have to ejaculate. One technique of tantric practice is to use the breath in order to spread out the sexual energy throughout the whole body, and not just keep it in the genitalia area, because we're limited if it's just in our genitals. And like I said, sexual energy is life force, it's life energy. We want to use it to heal our entire body and not just be obsessed with our sexual genitals. So the most basic technique I teach people, and it's something that you can do at home, whether you're masturbating by yourself or having sex with someone else, is to incorporate breathing into the sexual practice. Now, when I tell people to breathe when they're having sex, they're like, yeah, I breathe, whatever. But they don't actually breathe. They're just like regular shallow breathing. And I'm talking about deep, deep breaths in from the nose, out from the mouth. And really connecting to the body and to the breath whilst the sexual energy is activated in our body. And it's very hard to start doing it with sex because there's someone else there and we're in interaction with someone and a lot of things are happening and organs are flying all over the place. So the best place I teach people to start practicing this technique with the breath is a masturbation, and it's called tantric masturbation. So we do it by ourselves when we're alone, we're naked, we start breathing. After we start breathing, we start imagining something sexual that is going to arouse our sexual energy, and we keep breathing whilst we're doing it. And then we can start touching ourselves, but we keep breathing. And it sounds easier than it is, and a lot of us clench our bodies while we masturbate. We're not present and we don't breathe. We hold our breath even sometimes. So it's tricky and it takes time to practice, but it has changed my life and so many other people's lives just by doing this simple technique of breathing while engaging in sexual activity, reconnecting to the sexual energy, feeling it in our body. And the breath actually helps spread the sexual energy throughout our entire body. Then it doesn't stay stuck in the genitals, and then we don't, for men especially, they don't have this urge or need to ejaculate all the time because they're spreading the sexual energy throughout the body, and then you can hold for longer during sex. Women will be able to raise the chances of reaching orgasms, and the breath is the key. So I don't know if you've heard this before, if you know it or not, if it seems really simple, but most people haven't really tried it practically. And there's one thing talking about spirituality and energy and feeling energy, and then there's the other side of it, which is actually the practice itself. And the practice is the key. You can talk blah 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 about it as much as you want, but until you start practicing it with yourself at home, nothing is going to change. And that's from my experience. So so that's the first technique. I'll talk a lot about working with the sexual energy as a way of enlightenment, as a way of waking up, not as a way of enjoying sex more or orgasming more. That's not what Tantra is for. Tantra is for reconnecting to ourselves, our bodies, our energy, our spirits, through the interaction with our own body and with other people's bodies, and working with the sexual energy and clearing a lot of emotional blockages that have to do with our body and sexuality along the way. It's very important, and we should all do it. That's the basic technique that I teach people, and you can try it at home and let me know how it goes, and I'll see you in my next video. Have fun, good luck.